No, I think it was a hard fought game. We had to bounce back from a tough loss, and I think we try to focus as much as we can on moving to the next play and focusing on the next play and getting the next things right. And so I think it was a tough game. It was a hard fought battle, and just happy we prevailed and played well.
How about for you personally, getting back in the middle, getting those opportunities?
I mean, when a player like Ross goes down, everybody else has to step up, and so I feel like I've been able to learn both positions and be comfortable with both positions, and so just trying to do what I can to help the team at that point.
What was the most important thing you learned about the bye week, whether it's about yourself or your linebacking unit or the team in general?
I mean, I would just say like there's just a level of details that you see after being able to take a step back. So not focusing on the next team right away and being able to like look at yourself like critically and see kind of what things you've been doing right or wrong and pick up on some things like that. And so I think the bye week helps you to take a step back and slow down a little bit, not focus too much on the next team and really look at yourself. And so I think that's the most helpful part.
Coach Bates told us that it was very much fundamentals. That's what you guys got back to. What are things that you went back and you said like, man, if I can get this down, this is going to really help me?
Just my eye discipline, being slow in my like reading defense fast, like being able to read defense fast by being slow at the pre-snap and then being able to be fast post-snap. And so like not being able to have one step ruin your discipline and not being able to have one, a tackle move one way and ruin your whole eyesight. So I try to make sure I can see everything and see clearly and be able to move fast after the play.
How tough is that to transition from you look at that in the classroom, you look at that on film and you think, okay, look the right way, you practice it. And then it's game day and you have your eye, literally your eye movement. I look this way, I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, that comes with practice. That comes with all the reps you get between Tuesday and Thursday. And so, I mean, yeah, it's definitely a different speed, different tempo, but you have to rely on your preparation. And I think that's when all the extra film you get, all the extra steps you take after practice, all the extra notes you take during the meetings help out. And so I think just being able to translate that to the game is the hardest part, but that's what we get. I mean, we're here to do, so that's the job.
Narduzzi described you as a perfectionist and a guy who likes to please. Is that true, and what does that mean?
I mean, I don't think anybody likes to get things wrong, and so I think I try my best to be able to. I feel like I have the capacity to learn and the capacity to understand, and so I feel like if I can do it, why not be able to do it every single play? And so when I do things wrong, like it's my fault, that's on me, and I got to be able to fix that. And so whenever I can, and I understand something, I try to do it to my best of my ability. And so I guess, I mean, hopefully I'm perfect sometimes, but I'm never that close. So try to be as good as I can.
When you talk about going back to the fundamentals, does it help having an extra, a bye week to really go back to basics and break down everything from film study to just mechanics and tackling fundamentals and all that stuff?
Yeah, definitely, because I think this defense is so multiple that we play so many different ways, and we're so like aggressive in terms of how we attack a certain opponent. So when you don't have to focus on like changing the kind of the game plan for the next opponent, and you get to look back at yourself, you kind of take time to say, okay, yeah, I was definitely stepping wrong here, I was looking wrong here, I can be more patient in this standpoint. And so not focusing on the next opponent right away definitely helps a little bit to get a few days to kind of say like, okay, let's just watch football for football's sake, not just for the next team's sake.
So the bye week allows you to focus on you guys rather than anyone else?
Yes, I mean, I think the coaches do a great job of looking back and seeing what our tells are, what our looks are, what our shows are, and trying to help us, help ourselves really to move forward and break tendencies and break alignments, keys, and everything like that. So I think definitely being able to have a bye week that allows you to take a step back and just look from a wide view, it definitely allows you to see everything and your mistakes and your good things too as well.
I know you guys' schedule is crazy. You got student life, you got practice, film, all this stuff. But do you guys, especially as linebackers in the defense, take time on your own time to say like, hey guys, we're meeting up in such and such's room to do that? Do you guys do that? And if that's the case, who leads that? Who's usually like setting that up?
I think we all kind of have our similar times. We're all kind of free. And so we'll all come back here at night after classes are over and everything. And whether it's Tuesday or Wednesday, our big days when we kind of have to have a lot of the install in and kind of rewatch all the install. We'll come back and watch, and then Thursday is kind of cleaning the stuff up before kind of a Friday walkthrough. So we'll all kind of coordinate who has what and when, and figure out when we can get back in. But it's definitely like crucial for us to get back in after practice, just because I mean you only have a certain amount of time before practice. We practice in the morning, so it's not like you have all day to prepare, and so. Those evening meetings and afternoon sessions definitely help just to reinforce and hone everything in, so it makes it a lot better.
What's the number one key to containing Malik Cunningham?
He's super athletic, and I think everybody we have to run our gaps, and we have a quarterback that runs the ball so well. He's like the leading rusher right now, so it puts stress on everybody, and so there's an extra blocker on the field, there's an extra gap that gets created. So with a dynamic rusher like him, we have to be able to make sure that we all stay in our gaps, all stay in our fits, and not like get focused on all the eye candy that happens behind the play.
How much are you kind of reacting to what your D line's doing when it comes to that then?
It's not as much D-line in front of us. Like they have to do their job. We have to do our job. Sometimes we have to kind of read off them, but it's not always the fact that we have to like necessarily react off them. We have our certain keys based on the offense's look, and so we have to kind of watch our keys first and then play off them second.
Shayne, are you going to play more in the middle this week?
Whatever coach puts me out, I'll be there, and so we'll see how it goes.
Did you enjoy playing in the middle?
What did you say?
Did you enjoy playing in the middle? Was that fun last week when you?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I said anytime you kind of step on the field, it's fun, and so but yeah, definitely enjoyed playing middle. Definitely enjoyed playing. I just want to be out there trying to help the team.
Do you like making the calls?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely extra pressure there that kind of get everybody set, but once you kind of get a hang of it, it helps. As you guys know, I speak pretty fast, so I'm trying to slow down and be really demonstrative and communicate well, but yeah, it's definitely fun.
What was
Shayne, you mentioned staying in your gaps. How difficult is that, though, when he's moving around or doing things that are unpredictable?
I mean, yeah, it's tough, but like at the end of the day, if you run through your gap and do your assignment, the ball kind of finds itself. You find the ball, and once you get there, you got to make the tackle. So I think it's definitely tough, eye candy, but it's more of just kind of being disciplined, being focused.
What was the last one? Sure. What was Voss like? You know, now that he saw you there, like how did you guys talk about your performance afterwards? What tips did he give? And what was just his like? It's just like as a teammate who you filled in his spot in a big moment.
I mean, I think it's the same as a regular practice. I mean, obviously it's a game, but like it's nothing extra. I mean, he goes down, we all have to step up. Everybody else has to, form around him and make sure he's good. But again, like he's on the sideline helping us out as well. So I think he never lost a beat, never lost a step in terms of his, preparation and his help for the team. And so we all just try to pick up ourselves and do better for his sake.